Welcome to another mighty informative video. This video is to introduce you to our latest application tools that are used with our SB300i induction cleaning chemical. First off, let's review the I2 tool. Larry?
Thanks, Mike. The I2 tool, which stands for induction cleaning two ways. You've got two ways to do it, either through the map sensor or through positive vacuum. This is the old tool that you're probably used to. You've got a very thin straw-like hose and a small, ferrule at the end to go into the map sensor. The new tool that we have, as you can see, we've gone back to a hose, a full clear hose, and the ferrule at the end is also much wider to fit those key soles and some of the map sensors that have a larger opening. So it's a much better deal. You've got a nice cap, trigger sprayer. Be sure to pull that red tab when you apply the product. But an excellent, innovative, new applicator, Mike.
Absolutely, Larry. And that tool will be done on a running change with any kit that contains SB300. We're going from the old tool to the new tool. Then we are proud to introduce our new S38 tool. This tool is a special tool. So the S38 stands for S is special, 3 is 3 ways to apply: positive vacuum, map sensor, or throttle body. So and then the 8 stands for 8-foot hose. You do not need a pedal depressor. You do not need an additional technician to maintain RPMs at 2,000 to 2,500 RPMs. You can put this in the vehicle, apply it, and then you can sit in the vehicle, do your own regulation of the RPMs, and it takes one person. So how you work this is you use this for the S-hook for throttle body. You remove this S-hook and apply this cone and adapter for positive vacuum and map sensor. And like Larry says, we have increased the size diameter of the cone because of those larger map sensor ports on some vehicles. Folks, this makes it much easier. The soft braid will not scratch the car. You can do it from the cockpit, from the driver's seat. It takes one person, Larry.
That's a great innovation. I think this could win awards, in my opinion. That thing's pretty slick.
Folks, we always want to press to have the best application, the best chemistry. So please stay tuned for more application videos on how to use this exclusively. But we did want to introduce these two new tools and let you know that they were available.
This video is going to show the setup process when using an S38 tool and setting up the car to do the service using positive vacuum. The S38 tool is going to come with an S-hook already attached. To do a positive vacuum service, we're going to need to replace that S-hook with this end. Now we're set up to do positive vacuum. So you locate your positive vacuum source, which is here on this vehicle. I'm going to take that off, disconnect. Good idea is to stick your thumb on there to see if you've got positive vacuum flowing into the intake. We do. So we're actually going to put the cone right in here. We're going to pop the top right onto the can. You have to pull this tab. You've got to be able to pull the tab to be able to pull the trigger on the S38. Once you have this set up, you can move the 8-foot hose into the cab of the vehicle and actually apply the product sitting in the cab of the vehicle. That's the setup process to do positive vacuum with the S38 tool. Okay, this video is to show the setup process when doing an intake cleaning service using SB300i and the new S38 tool going through the throttle body. First thing, obviously, you want to disconnect the air hose going into the throttle body, which is here on this vehicle. We will pop that hose off of the throttle body itself, giving just enough room to get our S-hook into the throttle body itself. So we're going to put it in right here. And once you do that, you want to try to get this hose back on the throttle body as good as you can to give it a nice suction. Now we're ready to set the can up. You have your 8-foot hose on the S38. We're going to pop the cap right on the can. You do have a red tab up here that you have to pull off to be able to pull the trigger on this can. So once you have that pulled off and you're ready to go, you can actually take the hose, drape it right across the engine, and actually do the service from the cab of the vehicle at the driver's seat. It's an excellent service. With the new hose being 8 foot long, you only need one person to do the actual service. You don't need a throttle depressor or another technician to help to keep the RPMs at 2,500. This video is going to show the process of using SB300i and the S38 tool going through the map sensor of a vehicle. First thing you're going to want to do is locate the map sensor. On this vehicle, it's right here. On this BMW, it goes right into the intake. I like doing the map sensor service simply because a lot of times the map sensor is right in the middle of the intake and it gives a good dispersion of the chemical. Usually held on by 1 or 2 screws that look like this. I've taken those out already just to save a little bit of time. But once you have that off, the screws out, you're ready just to pop the map sensor out, and there's the map sensor hole where we're going to go. Now the S38 tool comes with the S hook already on it. So that's what it's going to look like when you pull it out of the bag, but we're going to have to change this. So you pull the S hook out and you apply the map sensor positive vacuum cone, and now you're ready to put that right into the hole where the map sensor was. Now we want to attach the hose to the SB300i can. Simply pop the top right onto the can. Make sure you pull the red tab that's on top of this to be able to pull the trigger to do the service. So once you have this set up and ready to go, you can actually take this hose, take it all the way in to the cab of the vehicle, and keep the RPMs somewhere between 2,000 and 2,500 RPMs. You only need one person to do the service, and you don't need a pedal depressor. Very great tool, easy to do a map sensor service with the S38 tool.
Now that we've reviewed the application procedures for setting up the tool, we wanted to present you with some important guidelines for any application using SB300i. There are some key critical things that you should follow when doing any of the services. Larry, let's review those. What's the first thing that we should do when performing an SB300i induction service?
Mike, I think the first thing we need to look at, first of all, you want to wear safety glasses and gloves. Safety is very important. We want to make sure we do that.
Yes. Secondly, we want to be sure that you are working on a vehicle that has been at operating temperature. We want to work on warm vehicles, not cold vehicles. Because we are using an aerosolized product, Larry, we want to be sure that that motor is nice and warm, and that makes the procedure and the service much better.
Sure does. And you know, when you first start the service, you want to slowly pull that trigger in. You don't want to just yank it down and just start shooting chemical in there. We want to slowly pull it in and let the car get used to the chemical going into the intake system itself instead of just shocking it right out of the gate when you're just yanking it right in. So that's very important.
Yep. And if we do stall the vehicle, if the vehicle does stall, just simply stop dispensing product, restart the vehicle after a couple of minutes to dissipate whatever is inside the motor, and you won't have any problems at all. Then just restart the vehicle and continue the service.
Absolutely. We do want to keep the vehicle running at about 2,000 to 2,500 RPMs, either with a pedal depressor, if you're using the i2 tool, or another technician to help you. The cool thing about the new S38 tool is you don't have to have a new technician or use a pedal depressor. You can actually sit in the vehicle yourself and keep those RPMs where you need them, somewhere between 2,000 and 2,500 RPMs.
Absolutely. In addition, when you are dispensing the product, be sure you are doing that in an alternate situation. So you want to depress the can and dispense some of the chemical into the motor and then let it rest. And we're talking about, if there was a time, Larry, let's use 7 seconds. 7 seconds on, 7 seconds off. So either way you want to do it, and it's really not 7 seconds, it's just alternating it so we are not loading up the motor with just dead set loading up the chemical. That's what we want to make sure of.
Absolutely. And once you empty the can and you've got, all the chemical is out of the aerosol can, you want to increase those RPMs to about 3,000 or 3,500 and let the car run at that RPM just to get any vapors or any leftover chemical that may have pooled up, but that will get it out of there. Just let it run for let it run for a minute, get those RPMs up to make sure we get all those vapors out of there.
Absolutely. And we also want to make sure that after that, then we want to reinstall all the hoses, sensors, any covers, any caps, anything that we've taken off of the motor. We want to be sure that we put it back. And it's one of those things, if you touch it, wipe it. That way, if the consumer checks their hood later, a month later, whatever, they know that something has been done. So if you touch it, wipe it. Right, LB?
Absolutely. And if possible, we'd like for you to test drive the vehicle. It's always good to take a test drive. As one of the things we like to say, take it out like your grandma, bring it back like you stole it. So we want to go out kind of slow, and on the way back, get those RPMs up to get all that, any leftover chemistry that's in that intake system, get it out of there and bring it back to the shop.
Absolutely. And always follow safe driving procedures.
Yes.
Last, we want to reset any codes. If it does trip a code, which is very normal, then there's a multitude of scan tools. There's Blue Drivers, there's the Autel products and that we have that can reset the codes. We want to be sure we redo that. So after that, Larry, I believe we're ready to return it to the customer.
Give it back to the customer.
Absolutely. So folks, I hope this has provided all the information for setting up the tool for each service. And in addition, now you have some guidelines to follow. Lastly, all of these information pieces can be found on Frand Connect. There are I2 tool instructions carrying you all the way through the service, S38 tool instructions, plus these videos. Everything will be on Frand Connect. And as always, if you have any questions, please reach out to Mighty Home Office. Larry Barnes will be more than happy to help you.